What's going on, everyone? Dave Ashworth here, and today I want to talk about 10 things to look for in an accountant. Now, this can be applied to when you're looking for a new accountant, or I would encourage you to kind of use this as a baseline to evaluate your current accountant, because if they're not meeting a lot of these characteristics, there may be an opportunity there to make a change and get better service. So let's dive into the list. The first thing to look for in an accountant is someone that is conservatively aggressive. And what do I mean by that? So there's kind of two ends of the spectrum. The one end is very aggressive, right? They're going to push things super far when it comes to the laws and probably over the line at times and actually into the illegal territory. The other end is someone who's just super conservative and they're not going to push at all, even when there's opportunities to do so under the law. Kind of want someone who's in the middle there, that they're going to push, they're going to take aggressive positions, but they're never going to do anything that's illegal. So you really want to find someone in that middle ground because they're going to help you the most, but they're not going to do anything that's going to put you in jeopardy. The second thing is you should find an accountant who can explain things to you in your terms. If they have to use accounting jargon all the time and technical words, and they aren't able to express those things to you in terms that you can understand, then they're probably not the best fit. You want to be able to understand the things that are happening in your business or on your tax return, and having an accountant that can explain those to you in terms that you can understand is very important. Number 3 is you want to find someone that is an entrepreneur like you. I found that as a small business or a business owner, that if you can work with an accountant who's also a business owner who understands what it's like to be an entrepreneur, that they can relate to you, they can help you with certain struggles as you're going through them, because they probably went through a lot of them themselves. So that's one that oftentimes gets overlooked, and I think it's really important, especially for small business owners. Number 4 is the fees, and a conversation about any professional service wouldn't be complete without discussing fees. And there's really 2 main ways that accountants charge. One is on a fixed fee basis, where you know exactly what you're going to pay, the price is locked in, and then the services are performed. The second one is on an hourly basis, that you'll be charged by the amount of hours that the accountant puts in on the work, and then you'll be sent a bill based on that. Either way is fine. What's important is that they're very transparent and you know exactly how you're going to be billed up front, because if you're not really understanding, or maybe you don't know exactly how you're going to be billed, you really need to have a better understanding, or else you're going to be getting some of those surprise bills that nobody likes to get. Number 5 is they should have an active CPA license. This is one of the ways to kind of just show that they have some credibility, that they went through that whole process, they maintain continuing education credits each year. So this is something that should just be a checkbox to check off when you're looking for someone new. It should be one of the first things you look for. Number 6, deadlines. Very, very important that your accountant meets deadlines. Obviously, there's tax deadlines, and those are hard deadlines that have to be met. Tax returns have to be filed by a certain time. But there's also internal deadlines. If they say that they're going to get you a report by a certain date, you're going to probably be relying on having that information by that date, and it's important that they meet that deadline. So one way to do this is talk to some other clients of that accountant and ask how they do meeting deadlines. And if you're not getting really strong answers, then they're probably not doing a great job at meeting deadlines, and that could cause issues for you down the road. Number 7 is having a good point of contact. Now, that might not be the person that's handling all the work. Maybe there's some staff involved that helps some of the preparation, but you should have at least one point of contact that if you have a question, if you have a bigger issue, that you can go to and they can provide answers for you. So make sure that when you're looking for a new accountant, that you ask who that point of contact is, and that it's very defined, so that you can continue to build that relationship with them and get answers answered as needed. Number 8 is a big one, and that's accessibility. You've undoubtedly heard someone say, "I can't get a hold of my accountant." And this is very important. You need an accountant who is going to answer the phone, who's going to respond to email. Now, they might not answer the phone every single time you call, but they should be able to call you back in a reasonable period of time, whether that's 24, 48 hours, even just to say, hey, I got your call, I'm looking into it, I'll get back to you soon. There should be that level of communication and accessibility with your accountant. Number 9 is forward thinking. And this one's also very important. Things are changing all the time. New laws are coming into play. New technology is being developed. It's important to have an accountant that's staying on top of the laws, on top of technology, looking for ways to be more efficient, looking for ways to save you money in your business, on your taxes, whatever it might be. You need someone that's on top of this, that's forward thinking, that's coming up with new ideas to help you push your business forward. And the last one, number 10, is a personal connection with your accountant. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be best friends with them because chances are you're not going to be, but there needs to be some sort of rapport between you and your accountant, just showing that they have some interest in your business, that they want you to succeed. And when you have that personal connection, naturally they're going to service you better. They're going to just be looking out for you more. So this one I see get overlooked a lot. I think it's obviously a lot of these other things are important. They need to know what they're doing, and they need to check off a lot of these other boxes. But having that personal connection can really build a stronger relationship. Finding an accountant can be a really daunting task. Whether you're looking for a new accountant, you have an accountant for a while, you're kind of evaluating them, maybe then going to look for a new one. Can be a really tough process, and you're going to be getting a lot of people saying that, hey, you need to work with this person, this is my guy, he's so-and-so, and it can be really difficult to kind of weed through that. What I think is important is that you have your own set of standards and characteristics that you can look for in your accountant that'll help you make the right decision. And so I hope this list was helpful. I hope that you use at least some of this as you're making this decision. And if you have any questions, I'd love to chat with you. And if not, I'll see you in the next one.